I should probably cut the camera on while I'm doing this. So I said, tell me what's happening. Two of Swords came out. Temperance. Two of Swords reverse came out. The Temperance came out. Who is it happening to? The Justice came out. But the way I pulled it, it came out like upside down, kind of. And then this just flipped for no reason. There. Ace of Wands. New beginnings. Birth. New ideas. Creation. Who's it happening to? Because Justice in the reverse doesn't tell me who's it happening to. The Justice in the reverse could be the police. It could be like crooked law officials, crooked judges. High Priestess just flipped over. Who's it happening to? A very powerful person that many don't know of. Who's it happening to? Knight of Swords. A young man. One who's ambitious, or one who's, what do you call that? Not temperamental, but, you know, they make snap decisions and don't think about it. I forgot the word, but I'll give you the definition. That's the definition. They make speedy decisions without even thinking. Whoever that is. Who's it happening to? Ten of Swords, and that came up in the reverse. It just popped out. Some type of relationship, some type of connection. Maybe your family members, maybe your ex co-workers, maybe. It's some type of relationship. You know, it could be all of them, to be honest with you. What they do? What is all this? Tell me what all of this is that you're talking about. Page of Wands in reverse. Page of Wands in reverse. What is all this? The Page of Wands in reverse comes out. Using no energy, low energy, stagnation, no travel. Or if you are moving, it's not over land. It's not very far, pretty much. So it's about traveling. What else? What else is this about? I don't know what this is. I'm just asking and the cards are flipping. So evidently, whatever this is, I don't know. Knight of Pentacles. Some message about traveling or not being able to travel. As it says, visitors, message to share. Somebody's going to come tell you about a message. This person might be traveling, or maybe doesn't have to travel far to tell you, because I said it won't be a far distance. Even though this guy's in the middle of nowhere. He's in the middle, literally, of a farm. What else? Somebody's coming to tell something. about being stagnant, about not traveling, about not being able to travel. That has to do with this judge, police, young man that is impulsive. That's the word. I'm just going to put these together. The Fool is sideways. The Fool just jumped out sideways. So it's undecided whether or not there's a new beginning here, whatever that's about. Undecided whether or not there will be a new beginning, whether there will be some movement forward, whether people want to be around this person or around you. I mean, I guess after you get the news, the Star is now on the bottom of the deck. There was no bottom of the deck just moments ago, so the Star is on the bottom of the deck. There's hope here. There's success. Maybe this knight is coming to tell you, whoever this man is coming to tell you about money. Because it says, be careful not to become greedy. Maybe there's a lot that could happen because it's the Fool is sideways. A lot that could happen on this new beginning. Are you indecisive about starting this new beginning? Maybe you're being warned and you're warned by somebody to not do the new beginning or something, and you're listening or whatever. Because it's sideways, so that means it isn't done. Like you didn't do it, or it hasn't come to fruition yet. So this knight, whoever this knight is, hasn't actually shown up to tell you about whatever this is, this travel is that you cannot do, or maybe the police can't do, or whatever the police have to do with it. 3 of Cups in reverse. So, there was some type of collaboration. The 2 is coming out too. 2 of Swords again. There was a collaboration going on where you are unaware of. Maybe the cops were involved in this collaboration. The cops and this impulsive young man were all involved in this. And then here we have the 2 of Swords that was kind of peeking out over the 3 of Cups in reverse. We also have the Ace of Swords in reverse that was peeking out above the 2 of Swords. Whatever it was that they were celebrating about, they're not going to be able to continue celebrating. Number 1, you the Star. Number 1. And that's why the Knight is coming to tell you about this. It's a requirement, very likely, because the cops are involved. They have to tell you. Queen of Swords in reverse. An older woman is involved, but they don't want the older woman to be mean, or they don't want the older woman to be discerning, articulate. They want the older woman to accept lies, or accept very likely something that's not what a Queen of Swords would accept. The Devil is here. The Queen of Swords in reverse, and then the Devil. They don't want you to perceive the truth. Because the Knight, that Wands, that Page of Wands was there. So it was holding you back. The Devil is holding you back. The Fool sideways is not moving forward, really. The Fool is supposed to move forward. When it's sideways, it's not moving forward. It's in limbo. The Devil has these people in limbo. They're just connected and just standing there. They're not really doing anything. And the Queen of Swords, they want the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, if this is an older woman, is going to be discerning. It's going to be, they're going to, the Queen of Swords is going to be discerning. They're going to look at the situation and they're going to call it the way it is and tell the truth and say, you BSing because blah, blah, blah. You're lying because ... You know, this doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about? That's what there's like trying, they don't want to happen. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird too. Seven of Swords. They wishing that. That's what I'm saying. They wish, they hope that when this person comes to tell you or say whatever the words are that they need to come say, that that you don't look into it deeply. You don't dissect it. Don't be the Queen of Swords. Be the Queen of Swords in reverse. The Queen of Swords is going to pick that shit apart and think about it and mull it over and ask questions and demand answers. I want to know the truth. Don't tell me that you don't know this because that. It's the if-then situation. You must know this because how do you know that? How does one thing and the other? Like, they don't want that. They're wishing that that doesn't happen. The Hanged Man in reverse. I'm just going to lay out a few to see what this timeline is. What is this? Why are all these in reverse? This is a terrible story already. Because this, to me, is manipulation. Already, I can tell. It's manipulation. Why would you be wishing that the Queen of Swords is in reverse? You know, you've been holding the Queen of Swords maybe back, or you've been holding something back from the Queen of Swords. When the Knight comes in to tell this person about it, you're hoping that they're not themselves at the time that this happens. Like, I know you're the type of person to ask questions. I know you're the type of person to think critically. So I'd like to possibly manipulate the situation, very likely. Manipulate the situation. It just seems like manipulation. The Hanged Man in reverse. That's not going to happen. The Queen of Swords is not going to sacrifice herself. She's not going to not be who she is. When that Knight shows up, she's going to be exactly who she is. Even though they can wish and hope and pray that she won't be, but that's not going to happen. There will not be a victory in that. There's going to be an ending to the situation. The Ten of Swords is in an upright now. There's going to be a Ten of Swords to the relationship because it was in reverse, because it was explaining that this was something about relationships, some type of connections. It has to be somebody close to you to do you like this. They have to know you exist first to stick a knife in your back, right? So it has to be somebody who knows you exist. Either a coworker, your friend, your family. It's got to be somebody that knows that you exist and that can get that close to you, that you would trust enough to do this to you. But there won't be a victory there because she's not going. The Hangman is in reverse. Hangman is about sacrificing and seeing things in a different perspective. She's not going to see this in a different she's not going to be a different person. No. It's not going to be a whole lot of deliberating. It's not going to be a whole lot of thinking about it. Queen of Swords is very deliberate, very concise. When she's talking about something, she's using facts that she has deduced from actions, from words. So when you said this on Thursday, when he said that, and when the Uber driver told me, and then the mailman showed up right afterward, like she's the type of person that puts two and two and two and two together. And it all will make sense. There's not going to be a victory. The Ace of Swords is in reverse. All of these lies are not going to work. Whatever was this manipulation, it doesn't work. It's not going to work. I don't know how else to say this shit. It's just not going to work. That relationship will end very quickly. The Tower is actually in reverse. So this took some time. Delays. This took time. That might also be what the Knight is coming to say. Whatever this Ten of Swords, whatever this situation with the relationship was, it took a long time to manifest. This was not quick. Even though there was an impulsive person involved, the impulsive person might be the reason why everything blew up. I can't imagine it would be the police. That's their job, is to, to be discreet and have discretion or whatever. But the Tower is in reverse. The response from this Queen of Swords is not going to be what they expected. It is going to end. It's going to end. But they're expecting like a blow up, like pissed off, fired up, like the Tower and, upright. Catastrophic. And based on the fact that it took all of this time, the Queen of Swords, again, is a very articulate person, very detailed. Like I said, she's the type of person to put two and two and two and two together. It's like once it comes to a head, there's no way to manipulate the situation because she's already pegged it for what it is. She already knows what's going on. You can't manipulate her, and she's not going to sacrifice herself for anything. So are they asking her to forgive them or stop or don't do something to us? Don't say nothing or because the hangman is in reverse saying whatever she hears, they are praying that she um isn't who she is. But she's gonna be who she is. Maybe it's because they don't know her well. They don't really know her. Because you have family members that don't know you. You know? They still think of you like you 17 and you're not 17 anymore. Many things have occurred. Your life has changed and taken you in different directions and you've grown and matured. And they still think of you as you're 19 or 17. You're not a teenager anymore. Maybe they're thinking that this Queen of Swords is going to react in a way that she would have at, like they've known her to. And she's not. Or maybe they want her to and she's not. I don't know. The Moon in reverse. So I'm saying she's not foolish. She's not a fool. This is sideways. She's not a fool. She's not, this manipulation or whatever is not going to work. Whatever they're trying to do to get her to react or get her to, they hoping and praying that she's not going to see something or say something or whatever. It's not something that she's aware. The moon is in reverse. She's not deceiving herself and she's not going to believe deception. They can try and try and try again, but it's not going to work. Just one more. Keep reassessing the situation at hand. The Queen of Swords is going to keep doing that. And I said that this has been going on so long that she has been reassessing people's actions.
Today me and tomorrow you.
What they've done. You know, I invited so-and-so over and they never showed up. And they never called. And then when I called so-and-so is sitting over there. Like, ain't you supposed to be here? What are you doing over there? And then you laughing and hee-hawing and didn't even bother to call me or say anything. Like, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like, she's evaluating what people said, how people acted, how people have treated her, how, what them. She's analyzing them. That's what I want to say. She's not just assessing the situation at hand. She's assessing the manipulation and them, who they are. Wow. She let go. Like, absolutely let go with no emotion. Again, this is Nine of Swords in reverse on the Hanged Man. She's no longer sacrificing herself for these fake relationships. She can see it for what it is. The High Priestess on the Ace of Swords in reverse. She can see it for what it is. I'm standing around delaying myself, listening to you manipulative liars play games and pretend to be cool. But they pretending for a reason. Because this knight is coming in. That Knight of Pentacles is coming in to tell her something. And it seems like all the relationships around her are aware of it, or certain relationships around her are aware of it. And they don't want the relationship to end. But she's ending it because, again, she's the high priestess, Queen of Swords. Not the Queen of Swords in reverse. She can flat out tell that what's going on is not correct. The World in reverse and the Ten of Swords. I'm telling you, this knight is coming to tell her about how they didn't want her to travel overseas, because that's what the Page of Wands is. Travel overseas. They didn't want her to travel overseas. They didn't want her to have money. Because you got to have money to do that. You got to have money to travel overseas. They didn't want her to do that. That's what this knight is coming to tell her. Guaranteed. 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 Like, period. He's coming to tell her about it. Because that's 2 times that it says overseas travel. Overseas trip. New opportunities. The Fool sideways. They don't want her to go. This has got something to do with money. They don't want her to have money because they don't want her to go. Period. I really don't even need to continue. I asked what was going on, and it was the Temperance and the Two of Swords in reverse. They didn't want her to have peace. They didn't want her to have harmony. They didn't want her to really look at the situation and see it as it is. They didn't want her to have money. That's what the Temperance is in this deck. And the Star is here. She's got more than enough. And that is what the Knight is coming to tell her. You have more than enough to go around the world. It's not cheap to go around the world. They didn't want to tell her about it because they didn't want her to leave. They didn't want her to go. They didn't want her to have a new beginning. But she left the relationship anyway. This is weird. Because it's like, what was the point in this? Because you still lost this Queen of Swords, the High Priestess anyway. Because of all of this bullshitting in the background. The way you were acting. Jealous. That probably also is the reason why the devil was there. You're acting jealous and greedy. And selfish. Not wanting to tell her about her stuff. That belongs to her. Like, why would you not tell her about it? It's not even yours. But just because you know about it and she doesn't. I'd rather sit here and watch you go to work every day and try to afford going around the world rather than tell you you have money to go around the world. Because once you start going around the world, then I can't go. Because I have to actually go to work. Like, that's crazy. And it's selfish. And it's a Queen of Cups, too. The Tower reversed and the Queen of Cups. So dragging it out on somebody that's really a loving, kind, generous person. Being analytical doesn't, and the Page of Wands is here again on top of the Moon reverse. It is literally about they didn't want this person to travel. That's what it's about. I don't want her to travel. And it didn't even have nothing to do with them. The Five of Pentacles in reverse. This is annoying. But anyway, Five of Pentacles in reverse on top of the Two of Swords. This is disheartening, really, because it's basically about people who just refuse to allow somebody to have a little bit of happiness in their life. I'd much rather see you working your butt off and not being able to move forward, not being able to go on no trips or no vacations, not having no time to yourself because you're working your butt off, trying to get to this point where you have money. And then there is money and nobody wants to tell the person about it because they'd much rather see this person working their butt off. And then now that somebody is going to come tell the person and they're all going to be in trouble, they want the person to have some type of empathy for them. Be the Queen of Cups now. Be the Queen of Swords in reverse. Deny what you know to be true. Sacrifice yourself. Don't take it for face value. Don't analyze it. Just take whatever is being told to you and go with it. Like, this is sick. Strength, King of Swords, Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's wild. So they wanted to have this person, this King of Swords, that's crazy. So he thought, well, since I know everything, I know all about it, I'm going to delay it for you. I'm going to cause delays in this situation. And that's what he did. Because most of these cards are about delays, 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 delays. Causing delays. But he was hoping that this Queen of Swords, High Priestess, Queen of Cups, didn't have the strength to move forward. Didn't have the inner strength to continue alone. And that she would sooner or later acquiesce to all these delays, 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 delays. Because he was not just delaying, because this is juggling. So he's delaying things in her life, and he's delaying things that have to do with this money. So on one end, he's just like in the Devil card. He's got one person tied up here and one person tied up there. The same thing here. He's in her life creating catastrophic events and chaos and pandemonium, you know, making her continually go left to go right. You know, she wants a new job. She's got to go through homelessness first and then finally get a job and rebuild from there. And then knock her back down again and something else happens and something else happens. Meanwhile, over here with the money, he's over here, you know, playing with the cops and the judges and lawyers and delaying them and throwing them through hoops and all of that. Like, it was a whole game. It was juggling. Juggling a situation. He can't keep doing that. It's over with. The Two of Pentacles is in reverse. He just didn't think that this person had enough strength to make it through this far. This is far. Like, again, this was a long time. This was not a rushed situation. This is 8 years maybe or more. He never thought that this person would be moving forward like this for 8 years or more. Moving forward strong. Like, you know, I don't have any money, but I mean, what he thought she was going to do? Die? Like, what do you think? Like, this person must be very, very wealthy or something. Like, what do you think happens to people who don't have any money? You think they just dissipate into nothing, like sugar and hot tea? Like, what do you think happens to people? They have to continue to keep going. With or without $1 million, $4 billion, gajillion dollars. Like, you gotta, like, even if you are homeless, you now have to figure out how to get another place, get another job. Like, but he wasn't expecting this woman who's all alone to continue alone. This person is wicked, evil. And the people who assisted were evil as well. The devil, basically. All right, so this is a long reading about evil again. Hopefully this is just entertainment, because if this is your friends and family, I know this could be my friends and family for sure. Keep your head up. Come back for the next one, y'all. Bye.